Hi, this is Wayne Mansfield. Long time since we've had a chat, but a very busy time from the last 3 or 4 weeks, combined with the dreaded flu that's struck a lot of people over the last month or so here in Western Australia. I hope it hasn't got to you as yet. But it's going to be busy for the next 3 or 4 weeks here. I was at the airport this morning at 2:30 to see Joanne off on her trip to the UK, then a river cruise from St Petersburg to Moscow. Then I'll meet up with her in the Middle East, in Doha, at the end of the month or early June. So exciting times for Joanne to see her daughter Erica and then her son Matt. Of course, they're also my daughter and son, but it seems that mums have much better understanding about what's going on. And for Australians, we've got Mother's Day this Sunday, so she's going to spend Mother's Day with Erica in London. It will be a fantastic time. What we have over the next 3 weeks, we've got a tour around Australia starting on Monday in Brisbane, and I'm presenting 2 of our most popular sessions, Power Read, which is speed reading for business, and Facebook for business. So those 2 sessions start in Brisbane on Monday, then Sydney on Tuesday, Wednesday in Melbourne, and then back home to Perth for Thursday. We're having then a dinner for a great mate of mine, Cros Crossley, who's on his way end of June to do a great session in Bangkok based on Wallace D. Wattles' The Science of Getting Rich. That's a fabulous session that Cros does. And then after that, and after being in Australia for more than 20 years, he's going back to the UK for a couple of years, so he and I will be doing some great things in the UK with our English version of the Australian Education Corporation. On next Sunday, that's about 7 or 8 days from now, I'm on my way to Singapore to put the finishing touches to one of our new ventures, which is a company that will look out for brand new innovations in social media. So if you've got some ideas there that you think that we should look at, I'd love to hear from you. Then I'll get back home on Wednesday of that week, make sure that Lauren and Taya are doing everything they're supposed to be doing, and then jump on a plane and meet up with Joanne, her friend Lynn, and Matthew in the Middle East, in Doha, and look at some great opportunities we've got there. If you're going that way, the girls are staying at a fantastic hotel called The Torch, which is the torch from the Asian Games that is some 40 or 50 stories tall, and it's been converted into a hotel of 6-star standard, as they do in the Middle East. And it's just a fabulous place. I think the swimming pool is about 20 stories up, stuck on the side of the building. It's absolutely fabulous. So Joanne and Lynn are going to stay there. I'll stay at the apartment with Matthew, and I'm sure we have a great time. So that gets us to the end of May, early June. Back to Australia, we've got some fantastic stuff on early July, which is the start of our tour for this year's Just 17 mentoring group. So we're a bit dizzy, we'll be a bit busy, and all those things. Now, just before I go, I found a great book. Just here it is. It's Jackie Stewart, the legendary Scottish Grand Prix driver. And what struck me particularly was that as a child, he was consigned to the scrap heap because he couldn't read and write. He had an affliction or a disability that is now well recognised in school called dyslexia. But he wasn't able at the age of 12 or 13 to pass the transition examination they have in the UK to get to grammar school, so he was consigned off to pool halls and things like that. His life changed when he was beaten up, and then he finally found out when his son had the same problem. So Jackie was maybe mid-30s before he realised that he had a condition that now is really recognised as one of the great learning disabilities. In our speed reading course called Power Reading, we've had people who have suffered from dyslexia come, not being able to read all their adult life and learn in 3.5 hours a great way to read fantastic books. So I just throw that in the end of this little session. You shouldn't be consigned to not achieving your full potential because you have a disability that in the past has been a real problem. Of course, Richard Branson, the hero of Virgin, he had a similar problem. So I'm going to have a busy 3 or 4 weeks. Hopefully you have a busy 3 or 4 weeks as well, and I'll chat with you by video over that period. So thanks a lot, look forward to seeing you again.